Grand Rising. So, in 2017, I went down this rabbit hole, like, that there's child trafficking happening all over our country. That, like, this is before Epstein's Island, okay? Like, before all this Epstein shit came out, I found out that there was this huge child trafficking ring right under our noses, everywhere, all around America. And I thought, well, I was told in these, like, internet rabbit hole groups that it was Hollywood who was doing this. And that Hollywood's so evil and celebrities are trafficking children and Hillary Clinton's eating babies and, like, all this crazy, crazy ass shit. And there's all these people coming forth and all these podcasts and everything else, like, saying that this thing's happening, that this ugly beast is happening. Well, once I really dug deep and really went into the trenches and did my investigations and research, it is not Hollywood that is trafficking children. Hollywood's actually who's trying to save the fucking children by creating movies. In these theaters, you see family dynamics and the way that people are abused and everything else. They're trying to bring awareness and light to you about the way that you are treating your fucking children. Because it is the church, it is the Nazi Christian, like these people down here below in the lower frequencies, the way that they're, like there's these chains and these cycles in their family, and they're repeating these cycles of alcoholism, of abuse, of emotional abuse, of neglect, of all these things. And then we sit here and we shame other people for neglect and abuse, but you're over here abusing your child. The child trafficking system is like all of us, but also the foster care system, CPS, DCF, all these organizations, social worker organizations who have been literally stealing children from parents for a very long time. Before I was even born, they were doing this. Minnesota made my great-grandma a ward of the state when she became pregnant underage, and then they took her baby and sold her baby off through adoption. Yeah, that's child trafficking. Okay? When you are ripping a mother away from her baby, I don't care what century, what year we're in, what the fuck is even happening. But right now, it's still happening. It's still happening to this day. I have multiple friends that I have met now who have, one had her baby taken 13 years ago because she was a young mom. They used her trauma against her and took her daughter. And now she's realizing that her daughter's miserable where she's at. And she's not with the right person. She's with people who are not nice to her. Because when it's not your baby, you're not, like, I have seen the way that some foster moms have spoken to these children. It is not very nice. And then also sexual abuse happens in these foster care homes and in the churches and all these other places that you are sending your children off to. And some of these people don't even have a choice. They're just separated from their kids without due process. So there is some type of child trafficking happening, and we're all the children who are trafficked, but there's people who are being trafficked at worse levels. And I do believe it's through like CPS, DCF, foster care systems, all of that. These children are absolutely being trafficked. You're spending money and paying people money to take these children. How is it not child trafficking? You have judges who don't even know anything about our lives, writing on court orders, signing off on court orders about our lives, who don't even know us, who don't even know the full situation, just whatever is barely said in courts. Okay? The real domestic terrorists that we're seeing is not... I don't think it's, I mean, I do think ICE is, I mean, they shouldn't be shooting people in the face, obviously, but I think the real terrorists are these judges who are signing off on orders about people's lives, and it's affecting children. Because you have the abusive parent who knows how to come in and abuse the court and use it against the other person who's the actual victim and take the children away. This is happening. I mean, the cases are so endless, and they're different. Every case is so different. Just like all of us are unique, every case is unique in its own way. And I need people to start standing up and sharing your story. If you were put in the foster care system, if you had your child taken away from you for whatever reason, whether it's through a divorce court, whether it's through a CPS case, any of it, I need people to start sharing their stories all over their social media pages now. The time is now. Because now you're seeing ICE coming in and removing families from each other. Oh, you're illegal, Stephanie. I don't give a fuck what they are. People who aren't even illegal are being affected by this. My child, my 5-year-old, now she's 8, was held at gunpoint by the Apple Valley Police Department, okay? So the time is now to start sharing your stories. I have been sharing my story all over my Facebook page over the court corruption I'm seeing here in Dakota County and what is happening and how people are able to abuse the court, okay? I'm sharing my story here, so everyone else needs to start sharing their story. If you've been involved in this child trafficking ring where you've been removed from your home, had your children removed, again, divorce court situation, share your story, please, okay? I love you. Have a great day.